Hello there guys, Wayne here from Luna's World. Hope you're well. Welcome to X-Plane 11 and today's video is all about a brand new plugin that is going to be released in 2 weeks time called X-CPL Pilot. And what this does, it's a Windows plugin standalone that will basically give you a GA kind of business simulation and therefore giving you a kind of another angle, another reason to fly. Very, very cool. Been developed by a guy called Tino, and he got in touch with me a few weeks ago and said, look, I've been developing this software. I come from a business background. I've loved aviation all my life. And, you know, I had this idea to make something that is VR compatible, lightweight in design, so it doesn't chew up lots of FPS. In fact, it's very, very slimline in that regard. But something that will give you contracts and missions, sightseeing, parachuting, cargo, passenger missions, rescue missions. Will analyze your flying and give you a progress report, a rating, quite a detailed one as well. A realistic kind of real world income and costs. Because that's one thing that is not realistic in many of these add-ons, is that, you know, you do a charter flight and you get $5,000. Well, you know, unless you're transporting Madonna or someone, you know, you very rarely would get anywhere near that amount. Yeah, so, and also within the software is a real-time scene editor, so you can add in objects and cars and buses and, you know, parachutes and things like that. So anyway, without further ado, what we're going to do is just show you the basics of what this is all about. So when you first load the plugin, and all you need to do is copy it into your plugins folder into X-Plane. It's very, very simple. It will then do a search. It will import the data from all of your airports. You'll then be asked to create an FBO, which is a base. At the moment I've selected KSMO, which is Santa Monica, and then you can basically search for missions. You can set many different parameters within this software. If I go to settings here, you know, so I can change this to pounds or dollars, the date format. I can put a minimum flight time. Let's go minimum flight time 8 minutes. Maximum flight time, let's say 15 minutes. And yeah, all sorts of stuff we can do in there. Let's just save that. Don't know if that worked. Anyway, we'll see. So here we go. So let's say we want to do a small mission here, sightseeing mission. That'll do. So 2 passengers, payload of 120 kilograms, and we'll get paid an amount of £227.94. Now we will have to take out landing fees, fuel, and the cost of chartering this aircraft as well, but that looks good, so we'll add that. That comes down into here, and we can then open up the tablet like so, and we can close this. And this is where it gets cool, because now we can control everything from the flight within this little tiny screen, which works really well in VR. And also in normal flat screen flying as well. So I've clicked on flight schedule. This brings up this window. I can now look for different time slots where we can use the chartered aircraft. So at the moment I don't own this Cirrus. We're chartering it, and we will also get charged to use it. We do get a discount on fuel because we are taking off from our base. But if you take off from another airfield and come back to your base, you will get charged the full amount. So little touches like that, really, really accurate. Okay, so let's say I want to do a let's say a late afternoon flight, so 4:30, and it's 25-minute flight time, I'm going to accept that mission. So now we can click on start, and it's recognized that here in KSMO right now it's well, 6 minutes to 10. So we click on time machine, it will then warp the time to just before our flight time. So now we have some time to board and to give the safety briefing and to, of course, set up the aircraft, taxi, and get on our way. So waiting for the passengers now to arrive. We can click on follow. It's going to give us a nice little Passat car here. Going to drive up to the aircraft, unload the passengers. Pretty cool. Nice little touch there. And oops, going through the, here it comes. There we go. So they are ready for boarding. Let's click on that. We need to open up the doors. Cargo doors as well. Okay, boarding is done. That was quick. Close that all up. Welcome aboard. So now we can get the safety briefing going, and I can now go ahead and start the aircraft. Oops, avionics should be off. All right, fuel. Let's put mixture to full rich. Strobe light going on. And I think we can start now. Here we go. Okay, excellent. Alternators on, avionics on now. Nav lights, pitot. And that is about it. Okay, good stuff. So now we're ready for departure. It's just a little bit dark. Let's just make it a bit lighter in here. That's looking nice. Okay, are these modelled? Yeah, they are. All right, so now we can taxi on out. So we'll do that, release the brake, and we will head on out. Excuse me, truck. Thank you. Oopsie. Going the right way. I'm not sure. Where's the runway? Is this it? I think so. Flaps. All right. Landing lights on. Is this the runway? Yeah, it's down there. Okay. Got some bad stuttering going on today. I'm not sure. Maybe my computer's updating itself. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But yeah, some pretty bad stutters. Getting nice frames though, 70 frames. Especially in this area. Alright, so here we are then. And before we take off, I'll just talk you through a few things. Now, we won't complete this mission. Well, we will complete it, but we'll do a shortened version. We're not going to fly for 25 minutes. So a couple of things. If we go to the Routes tab, I can import an FMS plan into the Garmin and load it. And I can add waypoints and everything else. Very, very cool. I get weather information here, which is awesome. 29.70, so we're a little bit out here. Let's set that. And yeah, this is a sightseeing tour, but it's kind of cloudy and not great visibility, I think. So this is the little map we can open up. You can see KSMO. We can add cities and runways here. Not hugely detailed, but it gives you exactly what you need to do the flight. So very cool. So let's release the brake then, and we'll get the show on the road. So what I'm going to do is we'll take off, we'll do a quick circuit, and we'll land, and then I'll show you the rating system, how that works. When you fly, you really have to adhere to all of the rules, otherwise you'll get penalized. 70 knots, including staying on the center line for takeoff and landing, which is pretty cool. So now you can see on the tablet there it says en route, and the timer will start to count down now. And you'll hear some people taking photos in the back every so often. It's worth saying that right now this is in beta, and I know Tino has worked very hard in the last, well, quite a few months, but certainly in the last, I would say 3 nights. I've been getting a new beta every day, and he's been giving me a detailed account of what he's added, what he's fixed. So he's very, very dedicated to this software and is in this for the long term. So if there's any features that you want to see, then please do let us know in the comments. I'm not paid to say nice things about this software. Literally, he contacted me and said, look, this is what I'm doing. Do you want to have a look at it? Do you think it's something that will be interesting to X-Plane users and specifically your audience? So I took a look at it and instantly thought, this is game-changing. This is really cool. It gives you another reason to fly, and to fly properly as well. So, and I know that the viewers of my channel are the more serious flyers. So I think you guys will really like this software. And to reiterate, I am not paid to say that. This is my independent view, having used it for about 4 days now. We had a Zoom meeting. So he gave me the ins and outs of how it all works. Very, very clever. And like I said, I'm in no doubt that he is fully dedicated to this software to really make it as good as it can be. Airliners are coming later, as is the ability to employ people. So you can employ other pilots. You can set another base. In fact, you can do that already. You can set another FBO and have another area to fly from, but you do pay fees for that, of course. Your first FBO is free, and then any ones after that you get charged. You start with £5,000 or dollars or euros in the bank, and then, of course, you earn money by completing missions. The better you fly, the better missions you'll get. So that is part of the rating system there. It will generate better income if you fly properly, which is awesome. Really, really cool. All right, so we can have a look at the map and see where we are. We can click on the runways here. So we are just gonna, turn around and land this thing. So I'm gonna get penalized for doing this, because let's put some flaps out now. Landing lights are already on, because we've only been flying for around about 6 minutes or so. So yeah, we will get penalized for that, but that's cool. That's all right. We don't mind. I want to show you guys this software because I just think it's great. Works really well in VR. Like I said, very minimal impact on FPS, maybe lose 1 FPS, but otherwise nothing at all. I know Air Hauler 2 has just come out, and as far as I can see, it's not compatible in VR. This is. You don't need to open up screens outside of your VR headset to make this work. So this is perfect for VR users and perfect for people who are non-VR as well. All right, so let's get this thing on the ground and I'll show you what happens here. I think multiplayer flights are also coming in an update as well later on in the future. I think he mentioned something about that. So very exciting. A lot of cool things. This has been written in C++, so there's no dependency on fly with lure, written from the bottom, from the ground up. So the world is his oyster, and of course he's very, very open-minded to listening to requests for features. So if there's anything you want to see in this software that you think would be more immersive, then let us know in the comments. All right, here we go. Try and land on the center line, at least score my points for that. A little bit off actually. That'll do. All right. So now you can see on the tablet, it's registered that we've landed. So telling us we need to find a parking spot, turn off the engines. So we'll do that. We'll just come off here. We'll park just by this hangar, just for speed. Ah, the stutter is real. Need to figure out what that is. All right. And parking brake is set, and we can go ahead and switch her off. Let's just do it the easy way now. And we'll open up the doors as well so they can get out. And there we go. We can now finish the leg. So we'll close the leg, and you'll see a little report pop up after they've disembarked. No, okay. Do I have to click that? Yep, there we go. And you see the aircraft get lighter as they get off. Very cool. So the amount of passengers, the payload really affects the flight dynamics. And there you go. We've earned some cash, but oh, I thought I did do that. Maybe not enough. Maybe not in time. Okay, so this is the report that we get. Landing was good. Everything else was good apart from taxi light while taxiing. So that might be a bug because the landing light is the taxi light here. So I might need to report that. There isn't a taxi light on this. So if we go to next, and then of course we get penalized for not running the whole flight. So they didn't get their money's worth of flight time. And then it gives us our final readout of once they've deducted the charter, the cost, so £92.54 to charter the aircraft, and then a landing takeoff fee of £39.28. So that minus all of the other deductions gives us a profit of £96.12, and that gets logged in our flight book over in here. So guys, that's kind of a really basic look at this software. It's coming out in a couple of weeks. There's a scene editor, so I can add objects and cool stuff. Yeah, anyway, I'll do that in another video. But I'm really excited about this software. I think it's really, really nicely done. Very clean, it just works. Everything is cool. Look, we get outgoing, ingoing invoices here. These are my unpaid bills, charter bills and landing fees. And yeah, these are invoices that are owed. So pretty cool. And here we can see that employees is something that is going to be in a future update. Possibly not for the first release, public release, but pretty soon afterwards. I can't reiterate enough, Tino is working so incredibly hard. He's so incredibly dedicated to this software and making it really, really, well, it's already great, but making it as great as it can be, you know, and feature rich, you know. So guys, let me know if there is any features that you want to see within this software, anything that you think is missing, and we'll pass that on. And I'm trying to get Tino to do a live stream with me where we can answer questions, Q&A, do a mission or two, you know, and he can talk about some of the features. I'm trying to persuade him. He's not really into it, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll be able to persuade him in a week or so, or maybe at the launch. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really appreciate it. Please show your support to Tino, great developer, for making this software, and please share with your friends, anybody who you think would like to use this program. Coming out very soon in a couple of weeks, and of course I'll keep you updated with any major updates that are going into the software. And you can also check out the Facebook page, which I'll put a link in the description. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care.